like with the TV.
Oh, and it was movie day.
And it was movie day, and they had the ratchet strap going around the top so the thing didn't tip over. I remember this one. It was, I think it's called like If I Had Wings or something. It was so cheesy. And thinking about it now, they had these like these like cardboard wings that stick on the kids' backs and then like jump up and you.
So I'm watching Becky and Chris, and actually I think they're, yeah, it is called Becky and Chris, and it's very interesting. They just have lots of energy, and Chris is some kind of a doctor, and Becky is a designer type photographer, and they live, I think, Toronto or somewhere up in Canada, and they're just full of energy and full of fun, and they're doing all kinds of stuff that I find very entertaining. And of course, they do lots of technology. I mean, Chris is a doctor, and they fly a helicopter, and Chris is more recently into first person viewing, drone flying, and they like to be out in nature. There's just a lot of fun things. And then Becky just has so much energy. It's just kind of amazing. And she's very talented. Um, so they're fun to watch, somewhat reminiscent of wish that I had that much energy to do all of those things, even though they're things that I find entertaining and things that I learn from by what they're doing and can apply it to some of the fun things that I like to do. So uh, right now, what I'm doing is working with a new camera as a webcam. I just took and bought on eBay a Canon T3i, and it's important because it has a flip out screen, and so I can see it. And I'm just sitting here seeing how that works, and brought up Zoom so that it would be doing all of the interface things that I would normally do if I were on a Zoom call. And I'm getting ready to do a Zoom call tomorrow with my book group. So I'm sitting here just letting it run, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just turn on Zoom record and see how it turns out. Um, and I used this a little bit with one of my more contemporary cameras. I have both an M50 from Canon and a T6S from Canon, and those work really well. And I wanted to see perhaps a less expensive camera that would take advantage of the webcam driver that Canon has released. And the quality is so much better than a standard webcam. Let me flip to my standard webcam, and I think you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, there's the standard webcam, and it's a good webcam. It's the Logitech 920, and it's a good webcam, but it certainly isn't as intimate and as nice as using the Canon. So I'll flip back to the Canon using the EOS webcam utility. Yeah, there it is. Now it's working. And you can just see the sharpness and it's just a better all around camera, even though I don't have it set for correct exposure. I have it set so that I can use a light. Let me turn a light on. And that's a little bit better in terms of exposure, but it's kind of interesting seeing how it works with a little bit underexposed, which is what I had before. This works really nice, but it's nice not having the light in my face. So I'm going to crank that back and bring it back. And it's just a little more drama with this particular lighting, at least I think so. Anyway, I'm going to continue to record and just make sure that I can get about an hour's worth of use of the webcam with my T3i that I just picked up on eBay. Yeah, I was going to say Craigslist because I was looking at Craigslist, but on eBay, and it seems like it works great. And I, paid I think a reasonable amount for it. And I put previously I've been using either the Canon Nifty 50, which is the 50 millimeter f1.8 lens on it. And then I'm just trying here because in order to do slide copies and negative copies, I picked up a 60 millimeter macro 2.8 Canon FS or EFS lens. And so I thought I'd throw that in, and I actually like, the kind of intimacy with that 60 millimeters. It's just a little bit tighter in terms of this picture than the 50 millimeter. And it seems to have a reasonable depth of focus. So I'm kind of pleased at how it's turning out. So anyway, there's a little experience of talking into a camera, which I very seldom do just by myself. I'll do it with Zoom calls. And really the idea here is to have a very good quality image when I'm using Zoom or some other particular kind of video interface with somebody else. So that's it for now. I'll turn off the recording and see how that works. Maybe I'll just pause it. Okay, we're back again. The camera has been running now for over an hour. So let's turn it off and see how it looks, sounds, and works. Au revoir.